Builder Buddies. I've been playing for 5 years now, and it's been quite a journey. 2017 was the golden age of Builder Buddies when people worked together to build a town. The game was really hard then, and mayors would work super hard to establish a town and get featured in top towns. Then in 2018, the feature that everyone wanted was added, Town Search. This seemed like a good thing, but it made the game super easy, and after that, everyone wanted their own town rather than work to build up an existing town. Then more changes came as Xavier, the developer, tried to stop scammers and cheaters. So you couldn't donate to a town anymore, and you couldn't trade blocks in the wild, and eventually you couldn't even sell plots. This made the game safe, but also even easier as there was no danger left in the game, and people that wanted to build together and trade and collaborate were effectively blocked from doing so. Builder Buddies became builder loanies, unless you just wanted to do roleplay, but then you had roleplay buddies, and the game just wasn't that much different from Roblox. Builder Buddies is a sandbox game, so there's still so much you can do with it, even with all the restrictions. So I've been working really, really hard to find ways to revive the game and bring players back, maybe even reinventing it. First, in 2019, I tried CCT, Certified Community Towns, to encourage players to invest in a few safe towns rather than spread out too much and be mostly alone. It worked great for a while, but with the rule changes, people weren't just buying plots. Then in 2020, I tried Pioneers, a rotating wilderness club, but almost all the longtime players were quitting and I couldn't get enough people to show up. Then in 2021, Xavier changed the top towns rule so players don't count unless they are within sight of spawn, which is why all these cage towns have been so successful. So I tried changing my own town, Diamond Falls, to cage the noobs near spawn, which worked for a little bit, but it really hasn't had that much of an impact. So what to do? Is Builder Buddies dead? How do we get the players to come back? Well, in 2021, of all the CCTs, Pilipinas was doing the best, being in top towns more than 50% of the time. It also is not a cage town and has a large mine and wilderness access right by the spawn. And wilderness activity is pretty high. So I started building big things in the wilderness there. First walls and epic staircases and then other things. And I would post videos of these things. This created even more interest and people started helping with these builds and adding to them and making their own builds. So it's been getting bigger and bigger. So you might be asking, is the future of Builder Buddies in the wilderness? Really? There's no town and players can wreck your builds and there's no wool and it resets every day. This is true, but it brings back the collaboration. It brings back the challenge. Each day you have to build something new and you have to figure out how to build stuff that other players will like and make it noob resistant. And the stuff isn't lost because you can take videos and post them on Instagram and YouTube. So instead of trying to compete in meaningless top towns, you can compete on YouTube. So what do I mean compete on YouTube? Well, what I'd like to see is other wilderness groups forming. Here's my challenge. Find a town that has convenient wilderness access, start building stuff in the wilderness, and get friends to build with you. To optimize your builds, find out what time of day the wilderness usually resets. Once you have a great group going, have someone make a video and post it to Instagram or YouTube. We've seen enough by-yourself builds in protected cage towns, but I want to see what you can build together as a group using only the free blocks in a 24-hour short period and see how well everyone works together. You don't have to own a town or you get into top towns. What matters is your wilderness community. And this is what Builder Buddies is really about. It's a team effort. And now, I present to you a video I made for the Pilipinas CCT Wilderness community. Look at what we've managed to accomplish. Can you start your own group and make a similar video?
Ikaw agad ang bungad ng magandang umaga. Hindi kompleto ang araw pag di kita kasama. Okay lang, nandito lang ako na laging nakaabang. Kahit na magdamag, ano naman kung ilang oras ang masayang. Di naman ako manghihinayang, handa kong magbabad makasama ka lang. Ayos lang kahit gabihin pa ko kakatingin, dahil di ka nakakasawang tingnan.
So what do you think? Am I crazy? Or can this idea really work? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.